Hey Ryan and Kim, this is Eric Haluzik with All Corners Home Inspections. My OG number is 1698. Little unorthodox for me to do so, but we're going to do a little bit of an exterior walk around for you to give you a sense for what we're looking at in terms of challenges for your manufactured home here in Newport, Oregon. As a disclaimer, just to let you know, as I've said in all the other videos, we'd like you to reference the written version of the inspection report to get the best most complete version of the inspection. We're going to start at this south east corner or left front corner as we're using in the inspection parlance, and then make a counterclockwise lap ending up back here. First challenge we'll identify is that we have subsurface drains. Those are drains that drain from the roof line down below grade. I have a 6-foot scope that we send down those drains, but unfortunately there is some debris down there and we're not able to see past the 6-foot point. All of the crawl space vents are sealed up around the perimeter of the crawl space. At your current location where you live in Idaho, it would make sense to have these closed in the wintertime. However, in Oregon, leaving those open will allow the atmospheric moisture in the crawl space to dissipate organically. In fact, we'd recommend having these crawl space vents open year-round to allow any atmospheric moisture to dissipate. And as you'll see in the crawl space video, there is substantial damage to the support structure, like the field support structure underneath the home, because of entrapped moisture. As we turn the corner towards the front entrance of the home, we see substantial damage to the trim work, and this is the sort of damage that's characteristic of structural damage. But we'll back up a little bit. I am a general contractor. I've dealt with lots and lots of these kinds of issues. This is the kind of stuff that is fairly easily managed, even though we call it a structural challenge. It's still a good idea to sort of keep it in perspective. Managing this sort of structural challenge is fairly straightforward. We do see signs of wood-destroying organisms, but we're not able to determine just how far into the wall this sort of damage is actually moving. You can see here that we have damage there, and then damage at this trim work around this decorative pillar. We're turning again the corner towards the front portion of the structure now. We have trim work damage around the perimeter here. This is the front entrance. The steps are very uneven. The vegetative growth around the front as well as right-hand side of the structure is what we are calling overgrown. And we have a carpeted material that's approaching the front portion of the structure that's hiding and would actually entrap moisture adjacent to the siding. In fact, at the few areas where we're able to access the siding where this carpet is, we see substantial dry rot. We have dry rot around the trim work at the front of the structure as well. We're going to turn the corner now through this person gate. Again, the right-hand side of the structure, we're seeing overgrowth here as well. A slope condition at the rear portion of the structure, but we're not seeing any structural challenges associated with that issue. Crawl space access here at the rear portion of the building. Uneven steps approaching both the right and left-hand side landing at the rear portion of the structure. Deterioration to both the railing as well as the deck work. Descend this portion of the deck. Another crawl space entrance here. We accessed both the right as well as left-hand crawl space entrances. The water heater door is here. Sorry about the perspective, I don't have a wide-angle lens. The electrical panel is here. There's a couple of still photos of that item. And then the final crawl space access at the left rear portion of the structure. Virtually all the screens around the structure are either badly damaged or not present at all. Gonna pass through this person gate at the left rear corner of the structure. So there's your view looking from the southwest corner. This is the view looking at the fence at the rear portion of the structure. Greenhouse there. Again, overgrowth at the rear portion of the detached garage and carport. We're at the south side of the building now. Again, more subsurface drains, which we're only able to scope down to that 6-foot length or depth. This has been the cursory sort of additional. Oh, before I stop, here's the damage to the electrical mast, rear portion of the building. not called, this is not destructive discovery. We're simply pulling on the outside of the meter and it's falling apart in our hands. So we'd recommend evaluation and possible repair by the municipality that manages electrical systems for this community. This has been Eric Haluzik with All Corners Home Inspections.